Hello and welcome to Pork Roast Bowl Day. I'm so excited because this is a very special dish. It's near and dear to my heart. It's something that my grandma used to make us feel really special. It was like set aside for, really special occasions, and I just can't wait to make it into a delicious bitchin' bowl. So the components are pork roast. Yes, that makes sense. And then we also have cabbage, which we're going to braise. I'm using a red cabbage because the kids only like red cabbage. And then we have some applesauce that we're going to make. And then we also have a little bit of a root vegetable hash. Now, normally I would just go straight for the potatoes. I would whip some mashed potatoes and serve it like that. Or maybe I just would throw the potatoes in with the pork roast and cook it that way. But I wanted to try something a little different and thought this was a good opportunity. So I actually have my hash cooking. It's sweet potatoes, and I had some parsnips, and I put in a little shallot. It's in the oven already. And then I'm going to now take these herbs, chop them up so finely, and then we're going to coat the pork roast in these herbs. All right, real quick, let's talk about these herbs. I basically just took everything I could find. Parsley, rosemary, sage, purple sage. Ooh, oregano. So I'm going to destem these, and then I'm going to finely chop them. I will probably add salt to the finely chop. And then I'm going to put some mustard, really good mustard, on the pork chop, followed by some pepper, and then I'm gonna roll it in the herbs. And once that's done, I'm going to pop it in the oven for, it really depends on how big the pork roast is. I will say that I've been kind of edging towards using a tenderloin rather than a typical loin roast, and that's just because of availability. But these guys cook up quick, which is nice if you got a hungry brood. So this is what we're doing right now, and as soon as we pop this in the oven, we'll show you how to make the other accoutrements. Pork is in the oven. I've chopped these apples into perfect chunks. They're pretty great. I'm adding them now to a pot, and I'm going to add to that some apple cider. Ooh, cheers. And this cinnamon stick. That's going in too. And probably a little bit of salt, just for fun. Now we want this nice rustic applesauce to get soft and delicious, and then we're gonna serve it with the dish. Now, while that's doing its thing, let's talk a little bit about the cabbage. So in the cabbage, I have finely shredded it. I added a little bit of butter. The next thing that you're going to need is oil, because the butter isn't gonna do the whole thing on its own. So, added my Chef's Life cooking oil. This one's avocado. Pretty bitchin'. And then we're going to add a little bit of apple cider vinegar. I like to put a lot of that in because it's good and briny, and it's gonna make it taste good and briny. Also, more salt. Ooh, look at this dappled sunlight. I feel like I'm in a disco ball. It's the Earth's disco ball. All right, so we have salt going in there too. Now, I've done this a number of ways. Sometimes I'll put some shalloty, oniony goodness in there, but you can really do it in a pretty minimalistic way and still have very good results. The key to this puppy right here is caraway seeds. These have a slightly, I don't know, it's kind of like anise. It's like a little bit licoricey. They're great. I like them a lot. I'll put them in a lot of things that maybe don't deserve them, but I do it. And in this particular dish, I put a lot in them because they fall through the crevices of the cabbage. So you can go pretty heavy on these puppies. Just get that caraway seed in there. Maybe a little fresh cracked pepper. Let's do a little more. And then we'll basically just saute this until it's fully braised. Maybe I'll add a little bit more. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna add a little bit of apple cider to this in addition to the apple cider vinegar, just to make sure it has enough liquid to braise in and be so tasty. So, applesauce going, cabbage about to go, hash almost done, pork, it's getting close too. I think we're gonna assemble real soon here, guys. Stay tuned. Hello, my little pork roast delight. We're assembling, people. All right, I've got this hash. I've got some of the caramelized onion bitchin sauce. This is admittedly one of our more fancy sauces. It's pretty amazing, and it's going straight on the hash. Getting a nice layer. Ooh, beautiful. Next, I'm going to add some of this cabbage, a little bit of the applesauce, top with the pork. It's really just such a pretty bowl. Like, the colors are fantastic. Look at how pretty that is. I'm just gonna add our lovely pork roast to the mix. Tasting time. All right, let's test it out. We've got our sweet potato root vegetable hash. We've got, see, you have to get a little bite of everything with this. This is delightful. And I don't know if we have any Julia Child or Frasier fans in the mix here, but I'm getting some very strong veal Prince Orlif vibes from this. It's exquisite. The caramelized onion is very much soubise to me, and I just think it's the best. Oh, so nice. What a bitchin' bowl. Well, thankful for this, thankful for you. I hope you have a bitchin' day.